We're going to be practicing how to make basic lines today. We're going to open up Illustrator first, and we're going to be creating a new file today. So I'm going to go over here to New File and click on it, and I'm going to name it Line Assignment. It's going to be 8.5 by 11 inches, and we're going to create. Okay, I've given you a picture of what this should look like, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step so that you can go ahead and watch the video again just in case you need a little extra help. Okay, we're going to start with a horizontal line. It's important to know where the line tool is. So I'm going to go over to my rectangle here in my toolbar, and I'm going to change to a line segment tool. This symbol that you see here is actually a key on your keyboard, and if I was to click on that, it would automatically turn it to my line tool. I'm going to start on the left. I'm going to hold my shift and drag across. Now, right now, while this is highlighted, I come over here to my properties panel. It has no fill because it's a line, but it does have a stroke. It's the color of the line. That line is set for 1 point. I'm going to go ahead and increase it to 8. So as long as this line is selected, I have the option to edit it and change it. Okay, we're already in our line tool, so I'm going to begin by creating an additional line. So I'm going to go ahead and hold my shift key down, drag down, and let go. So you have to let go of the mouse and then let go of the key. We're going to come over here to our stroke, and we are going to decrease it to 2. Now I'm going to do a diagonal line, but this time I'm not going to be able to hold shift because shift only works for straight lines. And I'm okay with the stroke size, so I'm going to keep it at 2. If we want to make a more sophisticated line, like a zigzag, we would draw a horizontal line, holding shift, let go of the mouse, then the key, come up here to Effect, go to Distort, and all the way down at the bottom we're going to do zigzag. We're going to make the size 0.25, and we're going to number the segments at 25. You'll notice through the preview that you have an option to see what it looks like before you click OK. And if you like what you see, you go ahead and click OK to confirm, and you have your diagonal or your zigzag line. Now there's other lines that we can make too besides zigzags. If I do the same kind of line, horizontal, straight with the shift key, let go of the mouse, then the key, we can do something called twist. Or actually, let's do zigzag. But in the case of this, I want to actually round out the points rather than have them pointed like this. So let's keep the same number, 0.25 and 25. But in this case, what I've done is I've clicked smooth instead of cornered. So you'll end up with a rounded edge instead of a pointed edge. Click OK. Let's go ahead and make a horizontal line holding the shift key and not make it as big as before. And this time we're going to twist. The more of an angle that you choose, the more twisted your line will be. Let's go ahead and type in the number 100 and preview what that's going to look like. Click OK. And then last but not least, we're going to make a spiral. Let's go over to our line tool and hold it down. I don't see a spiral line at all on this list. Well, Illustrator, Photoshop, the Adobe programs, they have hidden tools that you can choose to add or take away from the toolbar. We add them by coming down to the 3 dots, and you have to be very careful, but while your line is selected, you're going to pick up your spiral, hold onto it and don't drop it, and drop it right on top of the line. It'll go into the folder if it's highlighted in blue. Click on the 3 dots, and now when you open up your shapes and your line tools, it's added. For this one, instead of doing a random size line, what we're going to do is actually click on the artboard. I'm going to choose a radius of 4 inches, and I'm going to choose 80 decay and 16 segmented. Click OK. And you can see that this shape, or I'm sorry, this line has been made for me. So instead of hand drawing it, you're using the computer to generate it. But the problem with this line is it's too big. So I'm going to come over here to my black arrow key. I'm going to hold my Shift key and Option key down, Shift and Option, and I'm going to drag in. I'm going to make it smaller, pick it up, and move it onto the artboard. Anything that is laying in this gray area will not print. So the printed area is inside this white area. So we have to make sure that all of our lines are tucked inside this white area. Once you're done, you're going to go to File, Save As, Save to your Creative Cloud. You'll notice that it keeps the same name, and save. Now we're going to save it or export it as a PNG file, because the PNG file is going to be what you are going to actually place inside of Illustrator. We're going to go to File, Export, Export As, making sure that it goes to your downloads and it goes into your PNG, or the format is PNG. Click OK. And then come over to Illustrator, or to Canvas. This will actually be locked for you, or unlocked for you. Let me unlock it right now in the modules. Click. Click on the assignment. Click on the rocket ship. In your downloads, you should find the PNG. Click on it, open, and submit. If it does not come in as a PNG file to me, it will be a 0 until you turn it in correctly, because it's much easier for me to open this up and check on it as a PNG file. And then you're done.